to talk just a little bit about encouraging new students, because you've heard it and I've heard it. You start out with an expectation. I hear that it sounds so great, and I want to be able to do it. And people pretty quickly find, well, it's going to take some work to get that right hand thumb coordination going and practice. And I don't think it's by accident that you titled your instructional DVD Emmanuel Labor. I've heard you say, get to work.
That's right. That's my motto. You know, when people come to me and they've bought a book and they said, "Can you write something to inspire my son?" I always write the same thing: get to work. What else am I going to tell you? That's what we all have to do. You know, this is not easy playing this instrument or any instrument well. To strive for excellence takes commitment and determination, dedication, and I don't think that a lot of people realize how much work that a person like you or me puts into getting where we're getting with this thing. You know, and as hard as people think they play, times that 100 and keep going, and I always tell people, don't practice in front of your family, because what we need is repetition. We need repetition to make us better and to make our hands work better, because we have to teach our hands new things all the time. And it's kind of hard to tell somebody, look, you're going to have to start by crawling first, and then you can walk, then you can run, then you can fly, and so that's a message that people don't really want to hear. They want to do it now. There are guys who come up to me and say, I've been learning for 3 months and I'm trying to play Lady Madonna like you play it. And it's like, are you kidding me? I didn't play that till I was 35. And I sat down and worked it out and practiced it up, and I still play it and practice it, And so, but the best way to get people to keep people interested in their learning is to give them something good to play. There are teachers out there. I'm not a gifted teacher, I know it. Right? I'm a communicator, and I just say it like it is. But there are people who are much better teachers than I am, who have a way of getting the message across. But I always find that learning scales and learning modes and understanding the mechanics of this is an important thing, but it doesn't keep you interested. What keeps you interested is songs. And when someone asks me this vital question, what should I do? How can I get started doing what you're doing? And my answer is this: get some good songs to play. That's what you need. And the songs themselves are the inspiration, not the artist. It's the songs. When I heard Chet Atkins playing Struttin' by Jerry Reed, right? That thing nearly drove me insane because it was so incredible. And I was so challenged and inspired that, I hardly ate or slept for a month working on that song, and it still stunned and amazes me, that song. How did he write that, Jerry had a mind that worked like nobody else's.
He did.
And so it's a simple idea, and it's almost like some people can't see the forest for the trees. Get some good songs to play. Don't set your goals too high too soon, If you're saying to yourself, well, I've been playing guitar for 6 months now, why can't I play Day Tripper like Tommy Emmanuel? Well, that's bull, You should be starting off with Freight Train and simpler.
Windy and Warm, right?
Yeah, Windy and Warm and Freight Train. They're the first 2 songs that I've ever taught people. I start people out with Freight Train, and that gets you into the idea of how this hand works,
Up until last night, I always insisted that Windy and Warm was the song to start with. But I have to say that what you did with Windy and Warm on stage last night, still my head is just reeling. You never stop. That song, you didn't do it the same way Chet did. We all know Chet's recording, and that's what we all learned. But the first time I heard you do it, it's like, wow, I never thought that you could take something, Chet's golden version, and actually change it, and that's okay to do, and it sounded cool. And so to me, that became Tommy's version, and what a mistake that was, to think that there is a Tommy version of any song.
It's different. Well, no, it's different every night.
It was amazing.
Really, talking about doing covers, if you're going to do a cover, then you better do it with reverence and respect, as far as the melody goes. But if you're going to do your version of it, you better make it interesting and put your stamp on it,
You certainly did.
So with a song like, with a song like Windy and Warm, I've been playing it since I was about 8 years old, and so I tend to kind of mess with it, but I try to do something new with it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and let me just. The original version was, you know, the original version was in C minor, and it was like. Piano went bring,
yes.
You know, it was really. And then
the vocals, well, yeah.
Right. So first thing I did is went down to A minor, and instead of playing it, I thought I'll go. Harmonies.
Yes.
And then instead of going.
Yes, like we all did.
So just doing a whole lot of different things with it, you know, and make it my. The same as with classical gas, you know. Everybody I've ever heard play the song plays it like the original, and it's beautiful. But I didn't want to do it like the original. I wanted to do it my own way. So I purposely didn't learn the original. I learned this. Right, I learned all that part. Then I just sort of. And made it, and then the middle section.
Yes.
Okay. But as a solo piece, when you've got to get the audience excited and make every part of it just really interesting and going somewhere, I found it a necessity to play it like that, you know. I have played it with Mason, the guy who wrote it. I played drums on it, and he had 2 other guitar players playing with him, and it was great. It was beautiful. Yeah. But when you're playing solo, you got to. There's so much more you have to do, you know. I used to do stuff like. You know, all that kind of stuff, and I go.
Yes, pictures.
And put different things in the middle, and then at the end, I stole this kind of Chet idea.
Yes.
So, and I put that right at the end, just when you think, well, he couldn't do any more to this damn thing, you know.
Exactly.
And I said, oh yeah, here we go. You know. That sets me up for.
Yes, that
then the
beautiful.
end part, right? And so then
I was just before you walked in the room. After you did that last night, that ain't tatted up. It's almost a flamenco, almost kind of a tempo.
Yeah.
Slow
well,
down.
I stripped my finger doing it yesterday.
I noticed it.
It's
So it's a done. Like that.
It's just a way to make the ending a bit exciting, you know.
Sure.
The song should start out great, get fabulous, and then be amazing at the end.